Hey guys, it's Tam and welcome to my channel. So I have some big exciting news for you guys. By the time you see this video, I will have turned a quarter of a century. Yeah, that's right, the big 25. And what a better way to celebrate how old I'm getting, as well as the spooky season of Halloween, other than painting a tiny coffin. Look at it! Like, it's so teeny. Oh. But yeah, so I want to decorate this cute little coffin that I got from Michael's. It was like $3. So, yeah, it's got like a little inside and a little latch on it. And I'm going to be decorating the outside and the inside. So, yeah. If you guys want to see how this turns out, let me go change into my paint pants and then I'll join you over at the art table. Alright guys, as usual, I've got a sketch going in Procreate just to lay everything down. I've got a haunted house and then a very terrible coffin pun on the back, so yeah. Inside I tried to do a little something birthday related, but also keep with that spooky theme with flowers and snakes. The package for the magenta that I'm using was the same color as the sketch on Procreate, but when I started painting, it was a lot lighter than what I expected it to be, and that was the first mistake of the video. The second coat was pretty decent, and honestly, I should have just left it there, but you know me, mixing up stuff, making things worse. Ugh. Yeah, so mistake number 2 was possibly not cleaning my brush out correctly because it seems like everything has bits of black in it. It doesn't look like it's properly mixed, it just looks like I didn't clean my brush. Alright, now after getting that sketch done, I'm getting my outline and my base color black down so that I can layer all of my other colors on top of it. Okay, so I went with this color called Parchment instead of a complete white, just because I wanted like that off kind of ghosty, spooky tone to it instead of like a stark white. So I decided I was going to outline the back in the parchment so that I could layer the purple on top, because I felt like if I just went straight in with purple that it wasn't going to show up great. And I even experimented with that at one point with the top line, and yeah, it did not work. So the white was the way to go. Yeah, so layering these colors was a mess, and they just were not laying flat, and it looked really like messy. But for what I'm doing right now, and it's a spooky like bandit haunted house or whatever, it kind of worked for it, but in a regular painting it just would not look great. There was no reason for me to include this section in here. I just really like mixing paint. To be honest, shading this walkway was the thing that turned out best in this entire piece, and I'm pretty proud of it. About here that I started messing up again, covering everything in gray. Like, why did I think that covering everything in gray was a great idea? And it's so small. Everything just turned into one big blob. I'll take. Tam just keeps layering this paint and making everything worse for 500, Alex. As you guys can see, I'm dealing with a real rough patch up top, and that's because I didn't sand this before I started painting it, and I really should have. That and my uneven layer of gesso that I applied on here really made it a terrible surface to paint on, but I just tried my best. It's shocking to me, and maybe it's shocking to you, how straight I got those lines without a ruler. Like, I am not good at straight lines. So I went over the 25 in a line of white, not just because it matched my sketch, but also because that 25 in just black marker was really hard to see. Again, this paint is just not laying flat, and it just looks like a mess, a huge mess. I feel like this dark gray fixed everything, but what messed everything up here was that I didn't have the proper brush to do fine details with. I was still using the same brush I had did everything else with. I'm just gonna praise this walkway again because that looks great. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The snakes on the inside, just pretty much most of what I did on the inside also turned out really close to how I envisioned it. So I'm pretty proud of this part too. Touch-ups. The reason why this video is 5 million years longer than what it should be. Alright, so here's how it turned out. And then this is the inside. It's pretty decent. I overestimated the amount of detail that I was going to be able to get in there. Regardless, I'm still happy with it for the most part. The plan I had translated for this pretty well, especially on the inside. And I've learned a few lessons with this though. One, it's important to sand your wood pieces before you get started. Just give you a more clean cut and more professional look. It'll also make it a better painting surface. Two, not all brushes are created equal. A cheap brush will get you through a couple projects, but as you progress as an artist, you should buy brushes that fit your needs and habits. Like myself, I leave paint brushes in the water for too long, and wood ones split. So usually I try and buy plastic ones so that they don't crack if I leave them in the water for too long. Three, masking fluid is really key in small paintings like this. If I would have used some, it would have saved me a lot of touch-up time. So at the end of the day, I know it's not the best looking thing in the world, especially not that handwriting on the back, but that's not the point of this channel. It's not to show you perfect pieces. It's to show you that it's okay to make mistakes and how to learn from those. So I really hope that you guys learn from the mistakes that I've made here today and that it helps you go forward to be a better artist. And in art, as well as in life, always remember to be kind to yourselves. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye. Hey guys, it's Tam and welcome to my channel. Did I say Tam?